Okay, so we're multiplying rational expressions that contain monomials. The rule goes, multiplying fractions is no problem, top times top, bottom times bottom. However, if you look, the dots mean multiplication, the bars mean division. Mom and dad multiply and divide are equal, which means it doesn't matter which operation you do first. Therefore, in algebra, you have to agree with me, it's going to be a lot easier to do the division first than multiplying all of these terms straight across. So, my rule of thumb is you start with the first numerator, 4a squared. You find a term in the denominator you can reduce this with. It could be this denominator, or this one. It doesn't matter. Well, I know 4 and 12 divide. They have a greatest common factor of 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 goes into 12 3 times. I have a squared and a. They have a greatest common factor of a. So a squared divided by a is a. A divided by a cancels out. It makes 1. Everybody's good? Go to your next numerator. I have 20b cubed. Who can I reduce with that? Well, I can either use this denominator or this one. I'm going to choose this denominator because it has a b. So 15 and 20 have a greatest common factor of 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 15 divided by 5 is 3. b cubed and b to the fourth have a common factor of b cubed. So b cubed divided by b cubed is 1 itself. B to the fourth divided by b cubed is just good old b. Everybody's good? All right, moving on. The next numerator, 30a cubed b. Which denominator do you want to reduce it with? It doesn't matter to me. You can use the 3b, you can use the 3, you can use the 48a. Just to prove a point to y'all, you do not have to cross cancel. It doesn't have to go diagonally. This term is in the numerator, this monomial is in the denominator. We can reduce them up and down. 30 and 48 are both even numbers, so they have a factor of 2. Okay, so 30 divided by 2 is 15. 48 divided by 2 is 24. A cubed and a have a greatest common factor of a. A cubed divided by a is a squared. A divided by a is 1. It cancels out. Everybody with me? Now, I'm going to go round 2 and try again. Here's my numerator, 1a. Well, 1 is the lowest it's going to get. A, are there any a's in the denominator? Nope, we're going to leave that. I have a 4 in the numerator. Well, 4 can still divide with 24, so I'm going to keep reducing. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 goes into 24 6 times. I have 15a squared b. Now remember that b is still there. We haven't touched it yet. Well, 15 can divide with 3, right? So I'm going to do that. If I divide 15 by 3, I get 5. And if I divide 3 by 3, I get 1. I have an a squared. There are no a's left in the denominator. I have a b, though. And there's a b right here. So b divided by b are going to cancel out. So this is all about being neat and organized and not making a careless arithmetic mistake. So now if you look closely at your numerators, you have 1a times a 1 times 5a squared. Okay? Everything else is crossed out. In your denominator, you have 3b times 1 times 6. And now all you have to do is multiply across. 1 times 1 times 5 is 5. A times a squared is a cubed. The denominator, 3 times 1 times 6 is 18. Times a b is 18b. And if you look, your product now is in the lowest terms. 5 and 18 only have a GCF of 1. A cubed and b only have a GCF of 1. And you just multiplied a rational expression. Not that hard. Just be neat and organized and go slow with your canceling. All right, I'll see you in the next video.